Welcome back to Let's Play Project Zero, Maiden of Blackwater. Was it Maiden or Maidens? I hope I got it right, because I've already saved the first part audio as Let's Play Project Zero, Maiden of Blackwater. How many chapters is in this game anyway? Anyways, where are we going? Door's locked.
It appears we need a key. Try using the camera obscura.
That's not a key. Tutorial: psychic photographs. When you look around through the lens of the camera obscura, you notice it's reacting to objects which are not normally visible. Lock on and photograph them to expose places or items they have a connection with. Find the location from the photographs and you may discover some clues there as well. I feel like there was a game that did this. It wasn't Project Zero, it was a different game. I can't remember what it was. I don't think I played it, but I've seen someone play it, whatever it was. Okay, that's how you do it. Oh wait. Nah, this is very reminiscent of the old games, actually. I thought it was going to be like, oh yeah, this will unlock the door, and show us where we need to go to unlock the door. Which was in that room we were in at the end of the previous part. Something in the photo. There's light coming out of a closet, and there's a door on top of a chest of drawers. This might be where the key is. Should have checked. Find the place shown in the photograph somewhere in the room. Hit the photograph again, open the main menu, and go to the Tokens tab in Items Records.
Here, you go on ahead of me and look for the key to the door. I'll wait for you here.
Are you gonna be here this whole time or what? Wait. Ah, shit, wrong button. Oi! Ah, I missed my chance. It's nice that you can, you know, pull out the camera obscura at any points. You could be crawling and still be like, yep, camera obscura. Can you open that door any slower? Good to see they're keeping up with to this tradition at least, of having it highlighted like that. What? Why'd you turn around like that? Must have pressed the wrong button. Oh, it's so spooky. Oh, there's just a keychain. Might open the door from before. Go back to this. Okay. Yeah, I know where that is. It's just down the path. Just down the hall. And looking at a key. In a hostel, right? Does this got a zoom? I forget. Doesn't look like it has a zoom. Oh, that's how you change that. Yeah, my TV isn't, for whatever reason, it doesn't have full screen perfectly. It's the Type 7 film there, for example, is a bit cut off at the bottom there, so I didn't notice until just now. What would it be in? No. Square. Kinda weird, you have 3 different screens. You got the map, which you can access here. I guess it's just a quick button, but then you got the other one where you get like regular options and stuff. Really?
I thought that I'd be scared of death.
I thought I was scared to death. I can't skip. Oh, can't. You have to press the big button in the center of the controller. Where's the ghost list? In here? Oh wait, it's right here. Dumbass. Wait, what? I took a picture of him though. Okay. Wait, we got separate ones. We got traces, specters, ghosts. Okay. It says completion is 0%, so did that not count as one or what? Look at these masterful photography here. Hey, this is the closet, isn't it? Yeah. I had trouble with. I mean, to be fair, the original version of this game on the Wii U was released probably a decade ago at this point. I don't know, I can't remember. So it feels very dated with these controls. But I do hope that, you know, this series gets a revival and doesn't get revived in a shitty way, you know. But a competent, you know, way that, you know, doesn't feel like an insult to the original games or anything. I feel like I've been shitting on this game quite a bit so far, but it's not the worst. It's not that bad. It's just got that awkward Wii U leftover controls. Where everything feels a bit slow and clunky.
Somewhere in this room. Take a look around.
This kind of tutorial thing is kind of dragging on a bit, even without my rambling.
Try searching with the camera obscura. It could be
I
hidden,
should take a
invisible
picture
to
of the
naked
trace
eye.
still, shouldn't I? Damn it. Keep forgetting this. Wrong. How would you take a picture of the trace instead? What? I don't understand. Is there anything here? It's just kind of standing here.
Try searching with the camera obscura.
Yeah, I already did.
It could be hidden,
So
invisible
here.
to the naked eye.
Would you shut up, lady? He's like, why do you shut up? Let's play the game. Alcove wall has come loose, revealing black soil. Behind it. This whole room must be buried.
Try searching with the camera obscura. It could be hidden, invisible to the naked eye. Hold on.
Oh.
There's something there.
Obscure react items are normally hidden from the eyes of the living. Bring these items back to as well by photographing the place they were taken from the correct angle. Serious? Gotta be at the right tilt? Why? It doesn't make any sense.
This is what we came here for. We shouldn't stay here any longer than we need to.
You're right.
Let's head back before it gets dark.
Okay.
Sun was already setting though. Leave the abandoned inn. The wall, I can see the soil from abandoned bricks. That was you, right? What was that?
Yuri, searching for objects like we did just now might be easy, but searching for people is much more difficult.
I didn't.
Psychometry allows you to see the psychic imprint as a shadow. Never follow after the shadow of someone who has been spirited away. You might end up seeing something you wish you hadn't.
Having played the first 3 games, I know that very well. You know, it happened to the... Actually, I think it happened to every protagonist now I think about it. Miku with her brother, Mio with her sister Mayu, and Rei with her dead fiance. I think his name was Yu, I can't remember. Honestly, it feels like just going around in camera view like this is probably better than walking. Have you not got like a slam door open, or are you just kind of trying to be a bit respectful? Like we don't want to piss off the ghosts. So when is something going to happen here? Did we go up here?
Let's head back.
Like, no! You are not allowed over there right now. You must follow the linear path. Son of a bitch. Missed it. You never know when these ghosts are gonna pop up. Gotta get a tutorial battle soon, aren't we? I can sense it. Paparazzi! Wow, would you look at that? Another character getting all wet there. Where the frickin' hell did What's-Her-Face go? It's like, oh, I've gotta give you a tutorial. Oh, never mind. Ghost will try to grab her attack. Okay. Ghost recoiled when you took a photograph of her. What, you were just gonna stand there and wait for the tutorial to explain things? Well, now you are. Maybe taking more will exercise for good. We're all fighting ghosts. Photograph a ghost weak points to deal damage to them. Capture a rectangle in the... Here's your area. You cannot take photographs if you are out of film. Well, we've got good old Type 7, which is limited. I assume high difficulty is limit, yeah, I'd imagine. wait for the moment. And does this come into play at all? I hope not, because that'll be a shame. Dude, I want to get a failed frame. Come over here. I know how these games work. You gotta wait till the last possible second doing these shots of crap. What's that? Spirit fragments. Fragments break off when a ghost takes damage. After a time, they are reabsorbed. Photograph the fragment before that happens. Toxic shadow chance. If 5 or more targets are in view, take a photograph or knock back the ghost. Capture able to go red during shutter chance. Keep adjusting your position so that you have at least 5 targets until the ghost and spirit fragments to view. And be able to trigger shutter chance. Okay. So you gotta hit him multiple times. God damn it. The camera charges like shit. On ghosts indicated by these screen. Yada yada yada. Fail frame and fatal time. When the capture flashes red, it's a ghost attacking you. You can take a failed frame shot. You need to capture the ghost with attack. Apart from a knockback effect, failed frame shots trigger fatal time. Take photos in close succession now using green. Failed frame shots are very useful when spirits are too close to you to trigger shot chance. Failed frame shots are the best type of attack to get, although they are a pain in the ass sometimes. Well, attack range and attack. We're going over every detail. Camera obscura only has an effect on ghosts when it's specific range. Ghosts are too far away will not take any damage. The bigger the target, the more damage the camera will deal. Get closer to ghosts for more powerful shots. I will banish you to the Shadow Realm. Get over here. Fuck you. Come on, you pussy. I ain't afraid of you. It's the old face. Do you have a health bar? I can't remember. Where are you? Trying to be sneaky, are we? Wait, hands? Fail frame! Oh, come on, I know you're the tutorial. You're going on faster than this. Exorcism, bitch! Ah! Seriously, where'd the other one go? What? Were you there this whole time?
I'm sorry. I shouldn't have brought you here.
Now you are cursed.
I am alone.
Then explain the other woman then. Unless that's a different character. It's gonna be some kind of sacrificial ritual or something. Wait, is this that boy grown up or what?
Oh, that dream again.
Mr. Hojo? Hisoka came by a little while ago.
Oh, Hisoka. What does she want?
She found the photo book.
She did?
Yeah, here, take a look.
It's like, oh my god, I can't believe it. It's that scene from your dream. Why does everyone in this game look like a supermodel now? While learning about shadow reading from Hisoka, Yuri used the ability to retrieve an album of post-mortem photographs from a ruined inn on Mount Sekami. The album was requested by a certain Ren Hojo. As Ren awoke from a bad dream, he found himself tormented by uncertainty. Is it really just a dream, or a suppressed childhood memory? This question has plagued him for some time. Rank C. So, I imagine the ranking is probably based on the amount of points you get, the amount of items you find, and how fast you can get it done. Wonder what the lowest score is. Probably lower than C. A finishing trace. Escape the building. Okay, so we're on second drop. It bugs me that the ghost list is at 0%. Wait, costumes. What? Oh, okay. Hey, at the very least, they, you know, have unlockable costumes. So judging by the fact that there seems to be a... well, actually this is an accessories. Quite a few accessories that are just completely blanked out. I wonder... some of these are gonna be the, well, I don't know. Would these be ones that are, have to be unlocked before you can use the in-game points to buy? Does it also include the ones that are Deluxe version exclusive? But if they were, you'd expect them to be, you know, highlighted there. Just you click on them and it's like, you know, Deluxe exclusive. You can't switch it. Upgrade to the Deluxe version. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9 costumes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Of course, a pattern, of course, in horror games. You don't really get as much variety for costumes for the male characters. You just get 4. I imagine if he gets any costume from one of the previous games, it's probably Mio's uncle. I think his name was Ken Nakamura, I can't remember. It kind of has some resemblance to him already, honestly. But it only seems to have one outfit here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. No, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. 11, what? Did I miscount? Obviously, I think there might be more characters than just these. So far, you're missing. You're possibly searching for her or someone else. And you are trying to find out the mystery behind your dream. Wait, what? I thought it said 4 players in 4 players have to play the section. But that'd be weird. Imagine a multiplayer game. It's like, you know, if there's any way to kill the series even further, I'd probably do that. It's like, no man, what's that one spin-off Silent Hill game? Multiplayer? It was absolutely nothing like Silent Hill. It was like some kind of, almost like, I don't even know what the hell it's described as. It's definitely not Silent Hill. I've never played it, and it looked absolutely shit. Probably the worst game in the series. Unless you count, you know, the pachinko machine. And they make a pachinko machine of anything now. For players who want to enjoy the game. Oh. Didn't realize you could change difficulty. Players who want to enjoy the story. For players who want to enjoy the story safely. Now let's keep it normal, obviously. I imagine after beating the game for the first time on normal mode, probably unlocks the high difficulties. Find Himino. Wait, what? What's all this about? Back up. Oh, I see. You can be like, I want to have more of this. So you can spend points on it. Okay. So does he have... Well, maybe he does have type 7. Because type 7 is unlimited. So he just gets an additional upgrade of 14. So I like to experience spiritual phenomena. So we're still playing as Yuri? It's like, here's an introduction to another character that you won't be playing as yet. 3 days have passed since Yuri's introduction as Shadow reading at the abandoned inn. Since then, Hisoka has gone off somewhere and hasn't returned. Oh, was that the woman she was with? Yuri worries for Hisoka, but isn't sure how or where to start searching. As she sits waiting at the antique shop, a girl named Fuyuhi Imino shows up, claiming to have enlisted Hisoka to help her find a missing person. Plot twist is, the missing person is the one who's given the request. Find me. It's like, I'm actually a ghost. So find my body so I can be at rest and peace. Somebody on the outside of what is it reminded me of the bakery in Planets. Actually, was they also have the last name Kurokawa? I can't remember the Nagisa's last name.
Excuse me?
No, it's Furukawa.
I'm looking for Hisoka Kurosawa. Is she here?
Oh, I'm sorry, but she stepped out.
My name is Fuyuhi Himino. I've been waiting for her to tell me if she could help me find someone. I still haven't got a reply from her.
You're looking for someone?
Aren't we all?
She might have gone to the mountain. Mount Hikami.
Mount Hikami.
Someone told me that they saw my friend there. It's an infamous suicide spot, isn't it? I don't know why Haruka would go to a place like that and without even saying a word to me.
I think the answer's obvious, isn't it?
Don't worry. As soon as Hisoka gets back, I'll tell her.
Don't
No.
say that to her, though.
That's fine. I can't wait any longer. I'll go look for her myself.
Huh? Come back!
That was pretty awkward, though. I wonder, the costumes, I assume, only apply to the character you're playing as. Not sure if you're gonna play as that character, but can you imagine when they're just like, it's like talking about a friend who went to a suicide spot. This is pretty grim, dark stuff. Let's get a shot of that cleavage. Can you imagine if it was even more revealing looking? You'd like, this is very appropriate. It's in person case. Hisoka left a few days ago and hasn't been back. Maybe this is what she's been working on. Or maybe she's been ghost napped. Hisoka's room's upstairs. Maybe she left some clues as to her whereabouts. Kurosawa's Antiques. Wait, so she's a Kurosawa? Any relation? Was it Kurosawa that was the antagonist of the second game? Still nervous about standing here by myself, so I've never been good at handling customers. I've only just learned how to make coffee and I've never actually served a customer yet. It's like I don't want to be in that Sheila's Art game that was serving drinks and shit stalked by a killer. I've not played that game, but I've seen playthroughs of it. That game developer has some unique kind of Japanese horror games that sometimes are a hit and sometimes a miss. Radio has been sent out as a decoration, but it doesn't work anymore, so it only ever puts out white noise. So the customer restroom, Hisoka and I take turns playing it. Cupboard is filled with cups that we don't use anymore, so we don't even look at them. It's a clockwheel large bell. The road in front of the shops leads to Mount Hikami. It's built for the tourists, but the only people who use it now are the people who live here. It's like, we don't take kindly to tourists around here no more. This big antique sofa. I wouldn't say it's big. It's been here since I first came to the shop. I don't think it will sell, but Hisoka doesn't seem to mind. I don't think you could really call that a big sofa. It's pretty small. You could fit two people on it, sure, but be a bit intimate there, wouldn't you? Because it's not much room. I mean, you take one, like, particularly fat person out and sit, and I'd basically just turn into a chair. There's an antique clock on top of an old dresser. Hisoka has a thing for clocks. The shop is full of them. She said she finds them comforting. Various antique scans and storage jars under a shell of coffee cups. Pendulum of the old grandfather clock sways slowly. The clock itself may be broken, but it works well as a decoration. Hisoka said she likes the rhythmic sound of the pendulum and the chimes that mark the hour. Jesper, what's the time? Hear the clock doing that, and he's like, it's something o'clock. We know it because of the chime, but we don't know what time it is because we didn't check. There seem to be where the shop's receipts and financial records are kept. Have not taken a proper look through them yet. And how long have you been here? The refrigerator is full of water, soft drinks, and a few beers. Alcohol is not a menu, but we sometimes serve it to the regulars. Who else would come here but the regulars, though? It sounds like this place is in the middle of nowhere. And we don't get tourists anymore. There's gonna be like, you know, Ray's house in the third game. Like, you can have a little look around in between your investigations. Probably could use trace mode there for a second, but I guess not. Sofa looks a bit shit. Can't examine the TV. Don't have a comment on that, I suppose. Book about Mount Hikami was lying on the shelf. It seems to be about the rumors surrounding Mount Hikami as the site of spiritual activity. How does a place become famed for suicide? Well, obvious reasons. As more people die, the place will gain a reputation, and people are drawn to these spots out of desire not to be alone in the end. Personally, these suicide spots are rarely known as hotspots for supernatural activity. This is what makes Mount Hikami distinct from the others. It's both a tradition of suicide and has long been associated with ghost sightings. Then there are the so-called Maidens of Black Water. Yeah, is the title Maidens and not Maiden then? I mean, it does sound like there's multiple. It is said that if you are found by one of those maidens, they will lead you to your death. Those caught in the maiden's gaze never again leave the mountain. Or so the rumors go. There are also tales of specters on Mount Hikami who relive their own deaths. Those who do not die in accordance with local practices become cursed, forced to relive their final moments for eternity. Many of the people who have been kept from committing suicide on Mount Hikami claim to have seen a maiden on one of those looping specters and felt a strong compulsion to kill themselves. Perhaps it is because of their stories of maidens and ghosts that the mountain continues to be a popular spot for those looking to take their own life. Now, considering the whole curse thing about, reliving the same thing over and over again, you'd think that wouldn't be the case. Sounds like we got some corpse party shit on that mountain. We've had a tradition surrounding the mountain. Hikami has long been feared to be haunted in the past. It is said that sleeping with one's feet facing the mountain was taboo. Watching the sun set behind the mountains then too was believed to invite forth beings from the netherworld. Yeah, that's oddly specific, isn't it? No, you can't sleep with your feet facing the mountain. You might get cursed. Today, the mountain is said to call to those fascinated by death. Countless rumors abound of people spirited away to the accursed peak. They are said to venture to the mountain alone, leaving behind no trace of themselves. Some say the bodies of those who vanished can be found at the bottom of the lake of the departed on the mountain's summit. Since becoming a tourist destination, the prevalence of such frightening tales did seem to diminish for a while. Even so, despite its fleeting status as a tourist hotspot, Mount Hikami is yet to shake its reputation as a cursed mountain, a place of death. Today has become a popular place at which to commit suicide. A lot of emphasis on such a dark topic here. Was there another room up there? Map? Oh. Which button was the map? Oh, there's two different stairways there. Take your time. Pretty kimono hangs on a rack. I thought those were legs for a second. There's nothing of interest in here. That's why we made the animation really slow. Nothing else to examine in here, really. I'm not gonna comment on the beds. It's very slow pace. Small potted plantain lily. Plantain lily sits on top of the low dresser. Just checking over here first. With yellow stairs. Actually, is this one? No, wrong button again. Yeah, let's check this room first. Hisoka gave me this room when I moved in. It used to be her bedroom. It's been a while since I moved in, but I still haven't unpacked anything. It's like it's been, 7 months, but I still haven't unpacked. Hisoka put the desk here for me. This used to be Hisoka's room, but she freed it up for me to use. There are some baskets and file cases on top of the dresser, so you set them out for me, but I'm not sure what to do with them. It's a big pile of cardboard boxes. I haven't touched them since I moved in. Don't even have anything in them anymore. Hisoka doesn't like it when I don't make my bed. I'll do it later. It's like now is not the time for a bed making mini game. I mean, considering how long it takes you to open the door, it'll probably go a lot longer to, do the bed there. This is Hisoka's room. She really likes the traditional Japanese style. What, so do we just have a guest room as well? There's 3 beds in this building. It's an old Japanese style full-length mirror. I've never liked looking into mirrors. What, because of the paranormal thing, or just not really fond of how you look kind of thing? And is it the same character that... I mean, I can't tell, because I don't think she had the same hair. The girl that was standing by the cliff. Could be the same person, but I'm not sure. And what is up with you there? It's like, boop. Wait, did I just see that? Wait for it, it's bound to happen again. No? There it is. Jiggle physics, of course. A folder reading lost items sits on the desk. Looks like it's bound by string. These seem to be notes on Hisoka's shadow reading cases. Client missing item diary. Token photo of the deceased. Details. Locate Miller's diary. Client 6 info on their late mother. Related to a deceased individual by caution. Self-caretaker of the deceased had burned the diary at her request. So I guess he's like some kind of, Her day job is, selling antiques, and her night job is paranormal investigation. Storeroom key missing, token deceased. Details like a storeroom key item may already be lost. Token and item belong to deceased by caution. Results item located had been hidden by client's parent. Returned to the clients. Client missing. I've just now noticed it doesn't even say who the client is. It shows that it should, but it doesn't. Missing a diamond ring. Token rings box. Details client 6 lost engagements ring requested. Fiancé not be notified. Date of wedding soon approaching. Result found on client's desk. Was an obvious place, but somehow eluded clients. Okay, maybe just just in general a detective thing. It's like I find random lost items too. It makes me think of Digimon Cyber Sleuth. It's like when you do the lost item cases for the Digimon, and just like these cases are also important too. Point Ren Hojo. Missing item, album of postmortem photographs. Token, postmortem photograph details, reference material for a book about traditional practice in Mount Ikami area. Bad location, but minimal danger anticipated. Client is an acquaintance. That's who I assume we're gonna play as him at some point. He's the guy in the cutscene. Results found in old building of abandoned inn. Shadow attempt to the drag. Yuri towards the Neverworld. Should have gone alone. Must warn Yuri to stay away from the mountain. The book next to the files entitled The Art of Shadow Reading. There's a lot of reading in this part. Shadow reading is the ability to read traces of the past, not unlike the ability commonly known as psychometry. By following these traces, it is possible to find things that have gone missing, or which were no longer visible. Things that are demonstrably there, but for reasons unknown, are all but invisible. Things are owned, the owner wished to be forgotten. Things whose owners have passed away. Things that no longer wish to be seen. Things drawn partway into the Neverworld, invisible within our own. Such items can be called back to the world of the living. Unlike these objects, however, people who have been spirited away must not be chased after lightly. In many such cases, they have been taken by creatures of the Neverworld, who linger nearby. Utmost caution must always be applied. What is the look in the mirror there? So I guess I'm modeling right now. Gonna comment on her bed. Bed has been tucked away behind the desk. This room used to be a study, and the bed was in another room, so I could move the bed in here so I could take her. Tucker says that she prefers closer quarters. I hope she's not just doing it for my sake. My bed's a bit bigger than that. Well, it'd have to be, wouldn't it? I mean, look at this farty little thing. I mean, you could easily fall off that bed. I don't think I'd even, can't really, I mean, yeah, my legs would be hanging off the edge. I'm at least 6 foot tall. That bed is clearly very small. I'm just trying to see how it compares to my room. Yeah, my room, not very big, but it's a bit bigger than this room. An envelope has been left on the desk. The sender's name reads Fuyuhi Himino. This must be Fuyuhi's missing person request. Maybe it could provide some clues as to where Hisoka and Fuyuhi went, and this part's gonna be over 50 minutes. Dear Miss Kurosawa, please find Haruka. She went missing over a week ago. You do still take on missing person cases, don't you? I've contacted the police, but they're no help. They say she was probably spirited away. It's like, with that kind of case, they probably just ran away. In this case, no, they were spirited away. Who cares? It's like, there's nothing we can do, I'm afraid. Haruka wouldn't have gone anywhere without telling me. I'm certain something bad has happened. I can handle my own grief, but I can't stand the thought of her suffering somewhere. What if she's waiting for me to find her? I'm worried sick. Haruka's still alive, I know it, but something has to be done, quick. Remember when you found that precious picture of me and Haruka? I was so happy to have it. Now I need your help once again. Wasn't that the girl who said that her friends possibly went to a suicide spot, and she's like not picking up on that she probably went there to take her own life? Probably a classic case of, you know, that's the tragic thing about stuff like that, is you get the people then you know, left behind to pick up the pieces, and just like kind of in denial that they would do something like that. Photograph with the letter shows for you she looking shy and an oligo. They look close. That's presumably her then.
Hisoka. She must have gone to Mount Hikami to look for this girl. Mount Hikami. A place where many come to take their lives. I'm positive that Fuyuhi must have come here.
So you're gonna be like, you know what? I know she said don't go there, or rather, noted that she was gonna say that, but let's go there anyway. And the coming for you is somewhere on this mountain. Should be able to use this picture of her to find her trace. Now, as much as I'd like to play more of this game, wait, let me just see here. Where the hell did you come from? Okay, there's a path back there. Fair enough. I was like, if I say it's like, oh yeah, you just teleported in. At least to give off the illusion that, you know, you came to this place from somewhere. Okay, it's saving automatically. But can you, you know, save manually as well? That's the important question. Wait, what? Oh, you don't even have the camera, Skurly. Yes, you took it back. Wait, didn't they have save points in the original games? Maybe that's what it is. So you just have to rely on the autosave otherwise. Only progress will be saved up to the most recent checkpoints. Well, it did save. So, hopefully it saved. Does anything ever get unlocked in the main menu? Or is it just new game, load game, options? I suppose if you have the Duelix upgrades, you get the art thing that you can look at, and music. But anyways, hope you enjoying this Let's Play so far. We're only 2 parts in. It's like, I am curious to play more of this game, but I've got to do it at a slower pace than I would in previous years. In previous years, I'd record like multiple parts and all that. I mean, I could do that right here, you know. Recorded 2 parts here, edit them, and then immediately start recording again, but nah, that'd be too tedious, I mean. But I'm keeping to the schedule with the other one, so, you know, it'll be 8 days in between each record session if it's like the other Let's Plays. It's gonna make this Let's Play really damn confusing. I gotta pay attention to each part. Well, not necessarily each part, but, you know, the last part of a record session. When I upload this part, for example, the day after that, I'd record for the next record session for part 3 and 4. So I gotta pay attention to this part to kind of remember where I left off, essentially. Now, before I wrap this part up here for this first record session, also mention, you know, some other games that I actually thought of Let's Playing, but I didn't mention in the video, or get included into the poll in the end, because the poll was originally going to include Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil Code Veronica, but because you could only have 5 options and people showed interest in Darkwood and Silent Hill Downpour, I switched them out essentially. But other than those ones, there was ones I forgot to mention in that video, because I didn't really remembered to in one case and didn't even remember that it was a game until, you know, afterwards, where it's like, oh, that could have been an interesting one. Start off with the interesting one. I've never played it, but I've seen a Let's Play of it. It looks kind of interesting. I think it was called Song of Horror or something like that. Kind of an interesting looking horror game. That could be an option. I've noticed Dread Out 2 is actually on the PSN. I wonder if it controls any better than the first game did. I just could not get used to the controls in the first game. I cannot do mouse and keyboard controls at all. And I think I tried a controller at one point and it still felt clunky. As I compared about it in the first part of this Let's Play so far. I like what Dread Out tried to do, but I feel like its execution was a bit clunky. Maybe they improved in the sequel. I don't know. I might check out the sequel, because it's on the PSN. Because, you know, the reason I'm not good with mouse and keyboard controls is my left hand. Got a missing finger on it, the pinky finger, and the first finger on my left hand is permanently bent forward a bit. Had an operation on it when I was too young to remember because it would bend all the way back. So, yeah, it's not exactly the ideal hand for kind of mouse keyboard controls. I wouldn't know which hand to use for what. Because I think, you know, left hand keyboard, right hand mouse. Because the right hand feels more dominant with, you know, moving stuff like that. But then using the left hand to press all the buttons on the keyboard, the keys and all that, to control everything else, feels really clunky and awkward. And getting them, it's like playing an actual keyboard, a piano. It's like trying to get the balance between the left hand and right hand. Whereas with a controller, it's just really easy because it's made to be simple. So, yeah. That's why I've not really played much in the way of horror PC games. They're always like first person or third person, and just really hard to control because of the mouse and keyboard controls. They have the control option, but even that I find clunky. Just something about PC horror games that feel like the controls would be more frustrating for me to play than the ones that get released on console. But anyways, one last thing. One other option I was thinking of was, you know, Resident Evil 7. I didn't include it because I've had this idea for a while of if I ever get around to Let's Playing Resident Evil 7, I want to do it in VR. Got the VR headsets. I've played a bit of it in VR. It's just the idea of Let's Playing a game in VR, something like a pain in the ass to set up, and it'd get really warm. Real pain in the ass to record. But yeah, if I ever Let's Play Resident Evil 7, I would want to do it in VR because it makes it a bit more interesting. I mean, it wouldn't be like, you know, how other people Let's Play in VR where they have the camera on them looking like a complete idiot looking around like, because I don't do that. But, you know, you at least know that I'm playing the game in VR, so it's a bit more atmospheric for me. Maybe not for you viewers, but, you know, it add a bit of tension to it. You're like, oh, it can potentially actually maybe creep me out because it's right in my face. Anyways, this part's been nearly an hour long now. This game's alright so far, a bit slow and, you know, definitely has that leftover controls from the Wii U where everything feels a bit slow and clunky. It's okay so far. Looking forward to recording for it next. Oh yeah, it does say right there, Maiden of Blackwater. I did have it right. Don't have to have maidens. It's Maiden. Despite the fact that they're saying maidens. Anyways, I'll do for the first record session. See you next time, viewers. See you next time.